The person you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is the true definition of a ain't shit friend. Let's discuss.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Celebrity Style Magazine, the YouTube channel, and the future home of Celebrity Style Magazine.com.
The place of entertainment, current events, and the latest celebrity tea. Whether it's your favorite actor or actress, or your most admired hip hop artist, we will delve into the buffoonery of these here celebrities. Okay, y'all, if you guys haven't been aware by now, which of course you guys are, Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, I guess now what, Brother Love, decided that he wanted to do a good gesture, positive gesture, and relinquishing the publishing rights of his former bad boy artists back in the 1990s. And like everyone else, I have to call bullshit on that, pardon my French, because to me, in my opinion, this wasn't a good gesture at all. Now, as you can tell from my thumbnail, and there's a reason why I have this gentleman on my thumbnail. As you will know, this is Notorious B.I.G. / Biggie Smalls / Christopher Wallace. Now, we will get to him in a bit, but overall, I just want to give my whole input on the whole Sean Puff Daddy P. Diddy, whatever he calls himself now, doing this quote unquote good gesture. Okay, folks, I'm just gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna try and quickly and efficiently as possible give a rundown on Diddy and his label and why he is giving back the publishing rights, or the timing of him giving back the publishing rights. Because as you know, you see the image in my thumbnail, because I primarily want to comment, or should I say stress him, for I think the obvious reason that no one here on YouTube really talked about, but there's a good reason why I only had Christopher Wallace, aka the Notorious B.I.G, on featured, the only image featured on my thumbnail. Okay, so please bear with me, and I'll try and run this down as fast as I possibly can, because yes, I can get long-winded, and it is annoying when I listen back to my videos and I find myself saying, oh, we need to speed this up. Just like how someone commented on this video that he's the one to look in the mirror, because from what I've gathered from listening to other YouTube channels, and shout outs to Lovely T, I don't think that this here is a good gesture at all. Again, just my opinion. Okay, y'all. Again, I'll be taking this information from Variety. I'll be skimming through some key points here because, again, as I said, I do not want to bore anyone with this video, because, again, the extent of Diddy and, again, in my opinion, his so-called business dealings with this former artist is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Bad Boy Records was founded by Combs in 1993. Now, around that time, I would have been starting, or should I say, I would have been finishing up my sophomore year in high school, going on into my junior year. So yes, I'm very familiar with Bad Boy Records at its time. One of the most successful, frog in my throat, hip-hop and R&B labels of its era. Now, in my opinion, you need to take out the R&B, because Diddy was basically known for hip hop. He just wanted to be straight hip hop, but he did throw in, I guess, a couple, or I should say one R&B singer, Faith Evans. Does that name ring a bell? I'm sorry. Don't want to digress. Let me continue forward. With multiple platinum and gold releases by the Notorious B.I.G. Again, I want to stress remember the Notorious B.I.G. Okay, Mase, Craig Mack, may he rest in peace, Faith Evans, 112, The Locks, and Combs himself. Then he brought on some other people that he signed. One which I'm a little surprised about because I didn't know he was on this label. Let's see here. Yeah, so he later signed Shine, which probably almost destroyed him. Well, not Shine. Well, I should say, well, you guys know the situation with Shine. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to digress to tell you about that. You guys have to Google it. Danity Kane, French Montana. Now, I didn't know French Montana was ever part of Bad Boy, so I really am shocked about that. And Janelle Monáe. But I think, just like with French Montana, Janelle Monáe, I think at one point in time left Bad Boy. And if my memory is correct, if anyone who comes across my video, can you please school me if Nicki Minaj? I think Nicki Minaj was once upon a time part of Bad Boy, but she left, of course, for obvious reasons. Now, the label continues to be active, although not at the same space as the 90s.
Sean Combs is his full name, of course. He's reassigning the music publishing rights to artists who helped make his record label Bad Boy Records into what it is today. Artists who are expected to get their publishing rights back include the Notorious B.I.G.'s estate, Faith Evans, and Mase. The assets of those rights are reported to be worth millions of dollars.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm not boosted. Why everybody's trying to praise him like he's really done something? Aren't these modern day artists crying about streams and how they don't make any money from streams? When he had the publishing, that is when people were making money off of physical disc, records, CDs, cassette tapes. That was the real bread and butter. Nobody's making money from streaming.
Now let's continuing on. Now, he was also quoted in saying in this article here, and I quote, "I'll tell you one thing that I don't," rewind. "I tell you one thing that I do want people to know," he continued. "This was done like 2 years ago. Everything just got taken care of now. It's not a publicity stunt or anything like that." I'm sorry, I have to disagree with that. I wholeheartedly do, in my opinion. And another person that disagreed with that was Mark Curry. Now I'm going to skim through what it says here. Inevitably, I'm sorry, folks, words not coming out. Some naysayers suggest that it's just that. Again, I have to agree. It is a publicity stunt. Coming on the eve of Diddy's first solo album in 17 years. So we're talking about close to a couple of decades. And his Global Icon Award and a big look at Tuesday's VMAs, not to mention the label's 30th anniversary. Former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry even scoffed at the move in an Instagram post. Now, Mark Curry did give his take on him being offered back his publishing rights, and you could just say that he wasn't too thrilled. Again, he posted, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or not, but you just have to look it up on YouTube, and he will give his thoughts. He pretty much was questioning the value of those songs nearly 30 years after their original release, and arguably sorry, I can't pronounce words, don't forgive me, folks, well past their prime. It's like him giving your girlfriend back after he had 4 kids with her, Curry said in one of his more delicate comments, which is, I think, perfectly said, in my opinion. However, it should be noted that although Curry was featured on several top-selling bad boy albums by other artists, he did not release any music on the label under his own name. He's also leveled a series of bitter accusations against Combs in his 2009 memoir of those days, Dancing with the Devil. And I would just want to stress that, or should say reiterate, that I did read that book, Dancing with the Devil, and it was a good read. I mean, it was a really good read. It just didn't focus on Mark Curry. It did focus on Shine. It did focus on another person that was, I guess, signed to Bad Boy, but he didn't do nothing with that artist for which reasons. Again, you have to read the book. I guess Diddy wasn't interested. I don't know. As I said, along with Mark Curry, there were other Bad Boy artists that was on the label that really did not benefit from being with this label at all. I mean, in the book, just a quick snippet for those of y'all who didn't read it, and I stress that you guys read it because it's a pretty good read. It should still be on Amazon. That he was signed to Bad Boy, but the man wasn't letting him put out his own music. For what? Selfish reasons? I don't know. We don't know what's going on through Diddy's head, but we do know that Diddy, in my opinion, is all about himself. Now, another artist who wasn't really too thrilled, of course, was Mase. Now, it says here in this article here, because as I said, I'm skimming through, sources close to Combs said that he had not planned to announce the reassignment at all, but it became necessary when Cameron, a longtime friend and collaborator of former Bad Boy star Mase, leaked the news in an Instagram post several days before it was confirmed by reps. Asked by Variety whether he would have announced the move if the news had been leaked, Combs seemed genuinely surprised by the question. I don't know. I didn't get to that point, he laughed. I was just going for the action. So I wasn't even thinking about how everybody was going to take it. It's more about leading with action. That's where I'm at in my life. Don't worry about what nobody's saying. Don't talk the talk, walk the walk, be accountable. That's it. I think that was Combs that was speaking, but if I could skim more to where Mase gave his summary or his thoughts on the matter. Well, he did say that let's see. I can't even find it. Well, anywho, as you all know, Mase was, very critical of Diddy because he was holding on to his publishing for the past 20-something odd years, and he just wanted those rights back. And I think he wanted, $2 million, but Diddy, I think, ended up cutting him a check of $20,000. Yeah, no, that check needs to be a little bit bigger, in my opinion. So yeah, so as you know, those two men weren't too thrilled, but the one part of this whole fiasco, and I think this is my whole fiasco, is what Aubrey O'Day, former singer of Danny Kane, had to say about it. Okay, folks, I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. This video, I think, is about 20 minutes. So let me tell the reasons why I have a problem with Diddy making this bullshit noble gesture and relinquishing publishing rights to his former Bad Boy artists. Okay, so the Notorious B.I.G, aka Biggie Smalls, aka Christopher Wallace, he passed away when? Oh, okay, let's see here. March 9th, 1997. Now that was what, a couple of years after I graduated high school. So that was about what, maybe close to 30 years ago. I would say maybe about 20, 25 years ago. It's been a couple of decades since this man passed away. And you mean to tell me that when this man first came upon the scene back in the early 90s, up until the time he died, of course, Sean, Brother Love, Puffy, Diddy, or whatever, no, he had, among others, his publishing rights, right? Okay, so you mean to tell, so after he passed away some odd years ago, you mean that his mother and his son was able to eat lovely off of this man's rights? I'm sorry, y'all. Didn't these two men friends, close friends, or were they close at all? Or was Sean Diddy, no, excuse me, I'll go to what he was known as originally, Puffy. Wasn't this man his friend? I mean, if you guys recall in that Mase video that he was in, because of course you guys do realize that with all his artists, he was in all the videos. Suge Knight was right about that. He had to be in everyone's videos or featured on their songs, whatever. He pretty much gave his I guess what, accolades, love, tribute to B.I, and he pointed to the sky. Remember, what was it, the Bad Boy song? I forgot what the song was, but the one that he was in with Mase. One of the songs with Mase. He tributed that his it was a golfing match, and he was thanking his best friend from above. The song "Missing You." Did he really miss this? Did he really miss that man? Does he still miss Biggie Smalls? If he was such a good friend, why couldn't he have given those rights and relinquished those rights immediately to his mother and her and his children? His mother and his children. I guess you could minus Faith in this because they weren't really married for that long, but his family. You mean to tell me that Janice Combs and Justin was living fruitfully off of this man's publishing rights? Now, for those who don't remember, who didn't realize, in the original Craig Mack remix, Flavor in Your Ear, in the beginning he has a cute little baby on his lap. That was Justin, y'all. I'm quite certain some of you know that. And I remember one thing, not to veer off the subject, they did a remix of it. I forgot, a decade or so later. Was Craig Mack? I think Craig Mack was still alive at the time, and it was corny as hell. Sorry, it was. But yes, that's how I want to stress. Once this man his friend, you gonna let your family eat off this man's publishing instead of getting Biggie's publishing to his family? Because as you all know, and as you well know, Lovely T did a live stream, and she did another video breaking down what Aubrey O'Day said. You know, they're not really making money off of, for according to her, according to these artists, if you guys, and that's to show how much of I keep up abreast with the music industry, so you guys have to forgive me. Streaming now is the thing, and no artist really out there is making any type of money on streaming, if at all. And remember what Aubrey said, you gotta check out that interview on OnlyStans as well. She's only making like a few $100s. I think the most is $800, and only her, and I think she said one or two other people didn't sign those NDAs because Diddy did not want, or does not want, her or anyone that's part of Bad Boy making anything, pretty much trashing him, his son, his mama at all. And he doesn't, basically doesn't want his name to be tarnished, trashed, whatever, about their experiences being under this so-called label. I'm gonna say it's so-called. So basically, any money that was made with this publishing, this friend, quote unquote, of Biggie's, all that money, I guess, is dried up now. There's hardly anything really left in these rights. So as a means to make himself look good, he's going to sell this shit off these people, which basically is what, pennies on the dollars. You guys have to help me out with that. And also check out the statements that Mark Curry said. He's not taking it. He rather wants the money. And instead, of Diddy, being noble enough, or say genuine, authentic enough, he could have written these people a check and made everything good, and everyone could been on their merry little way. But I guess the money isn't quite there as it was back then. Because remember, Bad Boy was hot back in the 90s and early 2000s. And it's Bad Boy hot now? I guess not, because I guess the money isn't really flowing like that. Because now, if you guys haven't heard or realized, he's now putting out an album. Well, it's his second album. Well, how many albums did Diddy have? Man, who cares? He's putting out an album after 17 years. And in my opinion, in my most humblest of opinions, you guys don't have to take my word, but I definitely not going to support it. I mean, I never even really liked Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, whatever, as an artist, because I don't think he's that good. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Diddy's that good at all. Artists that he signed with Bad Boy, they were good. They're pretty decent. Shoot, Mase, I don't think Mase wasn't bad. G-Dep, who's now serving a prison sentence, he was good. Black Rob was good. Anyone besides Diddy is great, but not him. Now, as far as his album's concerned, he was quoted saying this, and this is like this is the last part of the Variety article. He said, a lot of people don't really understand the impact of it, but that's cool, Combs concluded. It's not really about that, it's just about moving forward and being love, he said, referencing the title and theme of his new album. Now, let me just say this in closing. I hope this album of his tanks. I hope it fails miserably. And I know that sounds horrible, because what Diddy did to his artists, which was pretty much nothing at all, he doesn't deserve shit. Pardon my French. He really doesn't. Because if you were really that noble and genuine person, you would have at least given the estate of Christopher Wallace those publishing rights when this man was fatally gunned down that night. But no, you kept it for you and your son, who, if you guys don't remember, you do know that Justin Combs was granted a full-blown football scholarship. I forgot which school it was, to play football. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that is, I don't know when he dropped out, but then again, who cares? Because as you said, as I want to clear up, he was involved not too long ago in some major car accident under the influence. So I guess his intent was never to go to school or play football. So all that grant money, in my opinion, did it go to waste? And then don't forget his mama. His mama was living nicely off of that publishing rights money of not only the late Biggie Smalls, but Black Rob, Craig Mack. You couldn't give those publishing rights to their families as well? Okay, yeah, so yes, y'all, I'm calling cap on this whole thing. And I want you guys to express your thoughts and opinions down in the comments, but please keep it respectful. because at this point, after I don't know how many minutes of me doing my video, I am officially checking out. Okay, so with that being said, I want us all to be well, stay positive, but most importantly, y'all, we have to be safe out here. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.